The most exciting week of the NFL preseason each year is Week 3, when the starters for each team play the longest. Most teams treat Week 3 as a dress rehearsal for the regular season, so starters will usually play at least into the third quarter. The television networks also realize that Week 3 has the best action, so there are usually a lot of games on national television, with games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is also the week where the NFL preseason odds start to look a little bit more like the regular season odds. The 2015 NFL preseason Week 3 kicks off on Friday, August 28th with 3 games. New England will play at Carolina. Bill Belichick teams are just 7-8 in Week 3 of the preseason. Detroit will play at Jacksonville. Jim Caldwell's teams are just 1-3 in Week 3 of the preseason. And Tennessee will play at Kansas City. Andy Reid's teams are 10-6 in Week 3. On Saturday, August 29th, Pittsburgh will play at Buffalo. The Steelers are 5-3 in Week 3 of the preseason under Mike Tomlin. Atlanta will play at Miami. The Dolphins are just 1-2 in Week 3 under Joe Philbin. Cleveland will play at Tampa Bay. Lovie Smith's teams are 5-5 in Week 3 of the preseason. Minnesota will play at Dallas, and the Cowboys have been a good bet in Week 3 under Jason Garrett, going 3-1. The New York Jets will play at the New York Giants. The Giants have been awful under Tom Coughlin in Week 3, going 3-8. Chicago will play at Cincinnati, and the Bengals are just 3-9 in Week 3 of the preseason under Marvin Lewis. Washington will play at Baltimore. The Ravens are 5-2 in Week 3 under John Harbaugh. Seattle will play at San Diego. Pete Carroll's teams are 3-2 in Week 3. Philadelphia will play at Green Bay. The Packers are 6-3 in Week 3 under Mike McCarthy. Indianapolis at St. Louis, where Jeff Fisher's teams have been awful in Week 3, going 5-12. And San Francisco will play at Denver. The Broncos will likely be laying nearly a touchdown at home. On Sunday, August 30th, Houston plays at New Orleans. The time to take the Saints is in Week 3, as they are 8-1 under Sean Payton. And Arizona will be playing at Oakland. Bruce Arians' teams are 0-2 in Week 3 of the preseason. Week 3 is the most exciting of the preseason as the starters get the most playing time. Underdogs are still profitable in Week 3. In fact, teams getting 3.5 points or more hit about 60% of the time against the NFL point spread. Another trend to look at is taking an established team that comes in 0-2. Veteran teams don't want to finish the preseason winless, and since Week 4 is meaningless, it all comes down to Week 3 for winless teams. Also, take a look at winning teams from last year against weaker teams in Week 3 of the preseason, especially on the road, as they hit about 70% of the time. Don't forget that the Bang the Book Betting Center is your best resource for sports betting information before you make your weekly assault on the sportsbooks.